Hello, and see, I could have asked you how to say it in Czech. Hello, salut. No,
Ahoj, ahoj, ahoj všichni. Hello all is ahoj všichni.
ahoy všichni.
Yeah, that was
Ahoy
good.
Yeah,
všichni. Storm
yeah.
and Mark are here with me from the band Blitz Union. Thank you for having time for me today. You're really great. Anyway, but we're going to talk about this later. Can you please introduce yourself and say who you are and what you do in the band, and maybe a little bit about your musical background? Because, I listened to your band and this just don't fall from the sky, so there is a little background for you guys, I'm pretty sure.
All right. So, hello Tobias. Hello all to your all, let's say, fans. I'm Mark Blitz. I'm a singer and let's say leader of Blitz Union. And we have another member of Blitz Union here, and that is.
Hey, Tobias. Thank you for having us. I'm Storm, and I play bass in Blitz Union and also work on music production, composing, writing songs. So that's it.
Okay, that's basically it. Nothing else. I saw you. You don't only play a bass; you play a really big bass. Like a 5 or 6 string bass.
Yeah, it's a multi-scale 7-string fretless bass, and the reason for that is that's so big because we like fat low end. We like it big. So with bass with bass like that, you can play really low and you can just maintain the low end. Because when you have typical short scale, no, not short scale, but regular scale bass. These bass guitars, they don't let you to super low registers. They are
I
not
know. I
built
know.
for that.
I have.
So they are,
I don't know if you see
yeah,
it in the back. I have a normal 4 string, but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just acoustic bass. Normal tuning, and I also have what how do you a Terra bass, where you have a HEAD tuning. So, but you have still only 4. Anyway,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw it in one of your videos, and it was like, oh man, this guy knows his shit. It's kind of,
Thank you.
and then even fretless is it's not bad. So, and what kind of guitars are we using? Because if you have such a deep one, it should be matching with guitars, right?
Yeah, so we use custom built guitars and basses from Czech Republic. The builder, the company is called Stroke Guitars, and it's just everything is handmade, custom. So even the guitars, they have a longer scale, so they can play really low, like from G or A. Something between corn and Meshuggah.
Ach du
we can
Schande.
we can play
Okay.
like that.
Wow,
So
well, that's
that's
crazy because yeah. Thank you for explaining. Sorry, for some listeners, this might not be interesting, but I saw it in the video what your bass looked like and was like, wow. And you need matching guitars with that because otherwise the low end doesn't really matter. But anyway,
Yeah,
let's
but in that case, sorry to step in,
yeah,
but
just you. I wanted to get you in anyway.
Storm didn't think about it before that how heavy this guitar would be. So he has to do a lot of like back exercise to actually maintain the guitar during the whole performance. It's so heavy, like
yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't be able to like handle it all the whole show. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. That this bass is like 3 times as heavy as a regular bass. So you definitely have to work out for that, to play it. But yeah, but the reason for that is that we will eventually talk more about our music, what we are doing. But we wanted to have that dancey vibe, like really fat bass that there's a freedom, that you are not bound to frets, but you can do all the gliding. Something you hear in modern rap music or dance music, you can do whatever you want, So that was the reason for this crazy instrument for this band. It
No,
works.
I completely get it. It's it makes a unique sound for sure, and especially if it's custom built, when nobody else should kind of have a sound. And I can say, yes, I listen to your music, and it's struck me a little bit, and I'm just putting this out there, and you can kind of go against it. In a way, it's like regular, and I don't mean it in a bad way, rock music. It's very. It has the typical rock formula, which is really good because it's easy to get people invested. But when you can hear certain little things, like with the electronic, I like this, the marriage of electronic and rock music. So this is kind of my thing. I'm a big industrial metal fan, but you're still kind of maintaining the. I don't know. You have more this rock vibe with it. It's not so. Because you mentioned Meshuggah, it's not that aggressive. It's not, it's not how we say a lullaby. It's not like a children's song, but it's kind of you. I think you struck. If I can give you a compliment, you struck the balance quite right between being too heavy and being not mainstream enough. Kind of you found a niche here, I think.
Yeah, that's right. You said it like completely right, I would say. We call it like EDM rock or like socially acceptable rock or metal.
Socially acceptable. Okay.
Yeah, and what we are striving to do actually, like earlier, back in our, let's say, musical beginnings or early days, as any musician, you're trying to do as technical stuff, or you're trying to what is in your what you are capable to do, like in the music. But as the time went by, we were like, okay, let's do some, like, I wouldn't say simple, but let's follow the standard, let's say, rock template, the basic like riff, great rhythm, and let's put something like modern on it. But we just try to follow the music, or how we feel the music and what we are, let's say, comfortable with. So we do not try to do any, like, let's say, super skilled technical stuff in which we are not that, let's say, comfortable, but we want to really stay in what we like to play and what we think that the people are able to accept, like in the Broadway, even the, let's say, disco pop people, but even the rock and metal people.
Exactly. No,
so far
the
feedback is good. Like even the rock metal guys seems to accept it, but even the pop guys like talk, okay, they know the elements from the pop music. They are able to hear it in our music as well, so it's not that shocking for them. So far so good. So yeah, you said it totally right, and that's actually our main goal, and I don't think that we will follow any other way in the near future.
No, it's exactly yeah, you put it like a lot of young bands, we want to show off in every song what we can do, but it destroys the song. I mean, you should make the best thing for the song, and sometimes this means you don't put in even a solo, or you don't put in some special things, because if a riff is good and the rhythm works, you don't need to overstack it and kind of make it unpalatable, unprocessable for the people. So yeah, I'm a radio DJ too. This is how we met, So well, this is so. Your sound is very accessible without being boring. That's also the important part, because for me, everything falls kind of in, if it's too much like gent and progressive, where you change every 7 seconds the rhythm and, and you show off how well you can play. Good for you. I cannot listen to that. It's kind of, you cannot dance, you cannot move, you cannot do anything because it changes all the time. So this is out for me. And then the other thing, the other extreme is, of course, if it's like if it's the old formulas and it's just the same stuff again and again and again, you know,
Yeah.
like repeating, and it's like, okay, guys, you know, I heard it so often before. This is the thousandth cover of a cover of a cover, and anyway, I'm just wanted to congratulate you again. Sorry, I'm a little bit
Yeah.
fanboyish
Thanks
here,
a lot. Like,
but
really.
but yeah, this is exactly you stroke the balance right because it works and it's not oversaturated, it's not overstacked with things, but it's also not boring and empty or just treading along the same roads everyone else has treaded along. So yeah, anyway, very very good. So maybe I get right to the next question here. So how long did it take you to get to this part? How long have you been together? Maybe give me a little backstory of Blitz Union, maybe.
Well, in regards to the story of Blitz Union itself, that's the kind of, let's say, tricky part into this question, because like Blitz Union, the initial idea, or yeah, the creation of Blitz Union was formed in 2017, but the story behind it, it's kind of secret for now. Like we don't want to
Okay,
reveal it
good.
yet,
Then don't. Sorry.
because like there were some circumstances or events which happened to me back then, and I'm not like ready yet to reveal it to the
Okay.
world, because like I need to somehow first make it right in myself.
Mm-hmm.
But we are already working or already thinking on the right form, how to present it to the people and to the world. And I think we already got it, but there is some further work which we need to do it on it. But soon we hopefully present some first pieces of the original story of Blitz Union. So everyone who will be like checking our socials regularly will soon get the picture, and
Mm-hmm.
will be getting more and more pieces of the puzzle.
Okay.
But what we can, let's say or reveal, that most of the current members of Blitz Union already had some musical history together. And earlier in our younger ages, I don't want to say that we are old now, but when we
I'm
are
not going to ask
even
you for
younger, when
for
we
your
were
age.
even younger, yeah,
Mm.
um, we played, let's say, more like really a metal thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that was exactly the point, like where we were like, okay, we are trying to play some progressive metal,
Mm-hmm.
but we are not that skilled musicians actually. And if you like just go on random show in Sweden, you can get some random metal band which plays like 3 or maybe 10 times better than you. So like what like if you have some plans or goals or dreams to become like a professional musician, you know that this is not the way you have to follow.
Mm-hmm.
So we just put it our hands on our heart and admitted ourselves, okay, we are not that skilled musicians. We are actually do not considering ourselves as some musicians right now as well. But I think that fans, promoters, managers always like saw or have been seeing something in us, some spark. And I think that's usually, let's say, expressed on our live shows, because we always had a great feedback on our live shows. Like when
Mm-hmm.
someone came on the show, he was like always, okay, that's really good. Like keep working, guys. So we really focused on our, let's say, great parts which are working, and we really try to make the music more simple, as we mentioned, or
Mm-hmm.
really just to focus on the strong parts, and then put some spirit into it, which I think that from the creative point of view, and as also as I mentioned, due to the circumstances which happened to me, I think that we are able to put some spirit into the songs, which people get, or somehow it's able to, like, they are able to feel it from the songs as well. So yeah, and I'm really happy, like, really with the approach how now we are creating music. It's much easier right now than when it was in back in the days. And I'm always happy, like, when we are able to finish the song and all of the members are actually happy, like really honestly happy with the output.
Yeah, but how important is this for you? Because you are a five-piece band, or how
Or
many? Four-piece band. So how is it? How did you come? Because you just said that everyone is very happy with it. That's of course paramount. You know, that's very important. But how do you come to a conclusion there? You know, because Storm said that he's kind of doing with writing and stuff. So I guess he brings in some riffs and some ideas. And then how is your process in deciding? Okay, yeah, this works for us and this don't, and here we change a little bit. How's your music creating process?
So like it's not only me writing the stuff, but also Mark is doing, bringing some ideas. Even if you just record something on cell phone and send it over, it's like we have own, I would say, small studio. So we spend a lot of time in studio, and then we listen over the stuff over and over again, and then we write notes and see, hey, okay, this song has some great idea, but it doesn't work. So it's what I want to say. Sometime or often happen that you write some song and you keep it, like you don't touch it for 1 year. It's something is happening right now. We just, if it doesn't sound really good or strong at the first moment, sometimes we just keep the song untouched for 1 year and we do something new, and then we come back with new experience, new approach, new idea. Because like we have ideas that could be even 3 years old, but back in the day we didn't have experience as we have now, and we tried a lot of stuff playing live, and now we have more picture of what sound are we looking for. So to answer your question, it's just a discussion. We just hear everything together and writing points.
And how do you come to a conclusion then? Because I get the discussion part, but you can discuss a song to death as well. I don't think you will do. I just want to know how you do it, because I mean we talked about your music is kind of simple but very well thought through. I would call it. So how do you come to an end result? Because just discussion brings you not to an end result. If you want to tell.
No, suddenly you just feel it. You listen to your gut, and maybe I can say, hey, okay, I think this song will be great. I'm that sure. And guys will tell, we don't feel that. So I keep trying, making changes, and then I present new version, like even complete overhaul. You change the riffs, you change the rhythmic parts, and I ask, okay, guys, so how about this approach? And they say, yeah, could be. So keep going, and maybe then I have some other idea, and we say, hey, okay, still don't feel that. Okay, so. There's some good idea, but it doesn't work. So just keep it untouched and let's do something new. So this is how we work.
If I can add something there's like a mutual trust as well, as Storm mentioned, because maybe you have some idea in the very beginning, and obviously all understand that only that person has that song in his head currently. So even in the initial form, it sounds maybe silly at the beginning or something like that. So we are like we don't like it right now, but it's okay. Let's work on it, to the point which you think how the song should sound, and then we will see. So often it happens like at the very beginning, like okay, like nobody likes it or nobody feels it, but when the work is done, there's like okay. The trust was worthy, and here we go. So I think like we do not often have like big arguments when it comes to the writing songs, because like there is really trust, and what I'm really happy that there is no big ego in the band,
Yeah,
which would
that's
be like,
important too, I
it
guess.
has
Yeah.
to be done my way, it's my
Hmm.
song, so it has to be done this way.
Yeah.
So that's really great.
Yeah, maybe I would just add, if I can, there is a song called Plastic. It's not released yet, and I won't tell you when we will release it. It's too early for it. But this song has actually a history in the writing process, because it's like the eldest idea. Yeah, oldest. Yeah, it's the oldest idea. We are just releasing new singles that we are doing by ourselves, our own production in our studio. But this song is just like the very first idea, and it had so many versions. We changed so many sounds, so many arrangement ideas, and we were stuck with this song for a long time. Like, we knew it's strong, it's a great idea, but still it didn't work for some time. So we just kept it untouched for some time, and then our German label stepped in. Dreamstar Music. We are signed band at the moment, and they gave us some insights, some ideas, and suddenly it worked. So when it takes a long time and you still don't feel the song, maybe you just have to ask somebody else, because
External feedback is
yeah,
often really helpful as well.
yeah. So that was actually like a game changer, because they saved the song. We wanted to discard the song already, and now it's exciting and people love it live, and we are super excited to shoot music video for it and present it in the future.
Cool, cool. Yeah, this is a very, very important part, I think. So, I mean, you mentioned the label now, but how do you? Okay, I get that you have a lot of trust, and this is great, guys, because this is not very often that I hear that. That you even let a song live for a year or something. That's very rare. When I come across, other musicians who would do that, they would just discard it or pick it apart and take pieces out and do something new. So that's good. So you have really a vision, kind of where you want to go, and you trust each other that there is something there that you might not see. This I also know. I played in bands too, so I know this too. Sometimes I was like, I don't get it at all. It's a piece of junk, and then I just let's play with it, and then it became something because then all chip in, so I can understand that. If one of you is excited about an idea, and then the others can maybe catch fire as well, and can put things in, and then it becomes something more. It's more than the single pieces of it that makes it. I have now. I've wrote down a few things. I don't know where I should start now. So you said you do your own production, and but you have a label now. So you have a backing of a label, and they do the distribution, I guess.
Yeah, they do the distribution, and they also make a marketing plan. They plan when to release a song and how to release it, how to present it to the public, how to reveal some teaser with some story, or
Okay,
that's their job.
But the artwork and the cover and the look, you kind of decide. It's just we're just really helping with the parts that you can focus on the main thing. So like a label should be basically.
That's right. Like the creative part, it's totally up to us.
Okay.
Yeah, that was actually part of the deal, because we released EP Revolution last year, and this label Dreamstar Music, they just told us they really want to work with us, and they just want us to be as creative as possible and just to maintain the quality of the songs, because they have trust in us, because we do all the production, we do the sound, we do everything. We shape the product, and they just helping to distribute it. So it's trust between us
That sounds great. That sounds really like a Dream Star production thing. So no, because yeah, this is exactly what you wanted to get out of a label. Just I mean, as you know, I talk with a lot of musicians, and most do it on their own. They're self-published and whatever, and you can do this these days. That's fine as well. But of course, if you have somebody who takes care of that, you can really focus on the important stuff. On the music and on your image and on your videos. I saw a few videos and they look great. So we're gonna talk about this too, I guess. But before we get there, so who is in charge of your artwork? Kind of who gives the direction where to go? Because you have. You are very stylish, and that's I like as well, because it's for me. Just that you know where I'm coming from. It's I like music, obviously, right? So I don't mind if there's a good musician and he goes in t-shirt and jeans out on the stage and just plays a good show. That's still a good show. But if he dresses up for the occasion, and if I can see, this is something special, or he has a special costume, or just something what he wouldn't usually wear, I kind of see that he took it to another level. That's my point, and this is where I see you as well. You're not just like, okay, I know we're these cool guys and we're just playing music. You just also you've put some thought into it, how to present it, how to present yourself. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to talk with you, because as I told you in the pre speaking, that I want to look behind the masks, or behind the facade, or the rock star personas you put on stage. I like that you do that, but I want to here in this thing I wanted to see behind, but I just want to tell you now, sorry for being fanboyish again, that I really appreciate it that you take the time to consider that, because it's important, that you are. If I may, I can even take it a little bit further. In these special days today, and I don't mean Corona. We want to talk about this as well, I guess. But where people are more secular, for them it's something special if they come to a gathering and dance together and sing together and get entertained by a real good performer or performance. And so, that's why people go to the opera. People go to musicals and stuff. They want to see them. They want to hear the music and see the play. And you also give them something. So anyway, sorry. Now I'm stopping with my fanboyish thing. But it's a very important thing that we can gather and that you show their appreciation of a crowd by dressing up a little bit. So that's a lot of words for a little
thanks
thing.
Again for the nice words. Well, I think like in regards to the whole image and style of Blitz Union, it was kind of a natural step or natural progress, because when it comes to the main logo, the mask, that's kind of, let's say, connected to the history of Blitz Union itself. So I cannot let's say reveal how it was made it up, or it was more like given to us than made it up by us. And once we had this logo in front of us, it was everything started to make sense, and everything started to
fall into
all
place.
The ideas just coming up. So let's say the foundation of all the image you can if you will go through our let's say stage image, all the artworks, video clips, the foundation of everything is always the mask. So that's really great, and I think it's, let's say, a really memorable logo. So we try to build everything. We really try to build everything on this logo. So, and since we are trying to create the union, and it's already mentioned in our name as well, that we don't want to follow the standard band fan model, that we are the band, you are the fans. But since we want to, in the future, once we will recruit it, some amount of like fans and people which are interested in Blitz Union, in our, let's say, thoughts or views. We really want to, let's say, we want to people to participate on as many activities of the band as possible. So like one thing would be to really giving us their personal stories, which we can put into the lyrics. You know, if they have some personal stuff or issues which they are unable to tell, you know, others, friends, they are ashamed or everything, they could actually, you know, share it to us and we can put it into the song. Maybe they would feel better, or if they, you know, just want to express something in the world, they could do it through us. Then that would be another thing, like really helping us, like really with some activities, then deciding, you know, on maybe on which song we have to shoot video, on which not, which should be the single, or to really sending them like the demos and say, what do you guys think? So basically, we really want to have the union. It wouldn't be just 5 us. We would be, let's say, the main, let's say, presenters of the Blitz Union, the music, but we don't want to be, you know, all the, let's say, the band, but we want to be the union. So I think that for this purpose, like the image or some, let's say, overall uniforming or uniform, it's needed as well, so that people have something to follow up and
Okay.
easy to remember.
You know, I just pulled up your statement on Spotify, because now, as we are, you know, you're talking about the union. If I may quote you here, you said, "We are creating this union for a peaceful but massive change. Politicians and people of wealth are leading us to doom. We have to stop them now." So this is a
Yeah.
quite a statement, and so maybe can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, sure. So like basically, maybe this sounds maybe like too offensive, or how to say that. But what we are basically strive is to really call the people like into action, not into a fight. You know, so we have this, let's say, internal motto, which sounds like we are not fighting, neither giving up, just unlearning what the system has been teaching us. You know, so that's kind of like covered in there, that we are not calling people like, yeah, we have to like fight, you know, with the politicians, we have to fight with corona, but really to focus on yourself first, calm down and do something, like do something, not fighting, but do something. If you feel something is wrong, then just stop, think about it and do something, you know. But fight and violence is not the solution, like what we are following here. Like the ideal thing would be, in regards to the politicians, for example, if nobody would care about them, you know, and then they would just disappear, you know. that is the right thing. If
That's
nobody
wishful
would vote,
thinking.
if nobody would vote anyone, they would be without work, and they would be begging us, you know, please give me the vote, please. And now that we are somehow stuck in the position that they are actually having us like in the position that we are right now. So yeah, maybe Storm have something to add as well.
No, I just agree with that. There's
But
nothing more to add.
but I don't I okay, I don't really know what kind of action you want them to take. I mean, I got it. It's not violence, but what do you mean by, you know? I mean, I get it. It's your message, and you have you know, I think, warranted critic, and you always can criticize politicians, and that's absolutely fair and right. But what kind of a call for action do you do then? I don't get that.
Yeah, okay, sure. Like, and I would like to say that our like primary call is definitely not to like put down the politicians on everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the thing. Like, you know, everyone is different. Everyone has a different goals. Everyone has different dreams, and everyone sees the world in a different way. Like
Mm-hmm.
everyone, there is not a
Yes.
single person which sees the world the same way as the other.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it doesn't make sense to tell anyone to do anything unless it feels really it's the right thing. So I think, for example, if we were talking about the politicians,
Mm-hmm.
so you're not happy with the political situation in your country, for example.
Okay.
So I don't think that the right thing is to do is to Google out some others' ideas or something like that. But you really have to look in yourself and what do you think is the right thing to change it or to do
Mm-hmm.
it. And you might end up with the question, okay, I shall move to another country, you know.
Okay.
And and if it would ended up like this, it would be the action actually. You did
Mm-hmm.
something, you know. So basically like any action counts. Just not to
Mm-hmm.
sit like in front of the TV and yeah, politician sucks, you know. Then
Okay.
you turn off the TV and proceed with your dinner, beer, or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
That's
I got it. I
that's
got it.
not the action.
So this
Yeah.
is this
So
is a
we
call for your self empowerment, I would call it. You know, for
exactly
you that
exactly
you do something, get your ass off, and just not. Okay, I'm completely with you here because this is what annoys me a lot. Because you can be very easily against everything, but then
exactly
give a solution of what you would change. This is why I sometimes shut up because you know, you can criticize capitalism, you can criticize this and that, but if I cannot offer a better solution, I kind of keep my mouth shut until I have one, you know. And this is what you, I
exactly
guess, mean that you have to find it in yourself. What is the best solution for you? And you know, I lived abroad for 7 years in different countries and continents, so I know what you mean, you know. And this kind of also broadens your horizon, that you kind of, if you get into other countries, that you see, you know, nothing is perfect, but we do things different, and you can pick things what work for you, and you learn new
exactly
things. And okay, so I got it now. It's kind of the call to action: get your butt off the sofa, don't
yeah
watch Netflix all the time, and do something
exactly.
No,
productive
Do
with your life.
or it
real
could
really
be.
do anything like you really have like all the answers like within yourself, and even as you mentioned like that you won't say anything rather than some like stupid uh, like view or something like that. But you
Hmm.
don't even have to say it, you know, if you have it, because it have meaning only for you. If you said it, there would be another group of people which will disagree with you
Hmm.
know, and that's the thing again. Like if you're trying to offer somebody or try to force somebody to follow your ideas,
Hmm.
it's
Yeah,
again
you
this
have to
it's
become a
again the
cult
same
leader.
like
You have to become a
yeah
cult leader
yeah
if you
yeah
want to
yeah
do that. But yeah, otherwise, your idea should be I mean, so how you say, um, logic, or so cross understandable, that you know, the idea itself is true, you know, for the other person, maybe, but maybe not, you know, because as
yeah
you said, every person is different, and you know, yeah. I'm
yeah
completely with you.
Yeah, and when somebody asks you for an advice, that's the right time actually, you know,
Hmm.
like what shall I do? Please like tell me your opinion, you know.
Hmm.
So
Exactly, but it's your
yeah,
opinion. It's my point of view of a situation.
exactly.
You know, it's always easy to say. You know, when you're not in the situation, you get a lot of advice. You can give a lot of advice because it's not your problem. But if you're in the problem, sometimes, you know, it's completely different. And then it's good to have friends from, you know, looking from the outside, and give you advice. So
Exactly.
anyway, I got your point now. Thank you, because yeah, I just wanted to know. What you meant by this, because you know, it could be, it could
Yeah.
tilt to some more violent anarchistic thing, but this is not what you mean. Okay,
Yeah,
thank
no,
you.
I would at my point, you know,
Hmm.
yeah. Did you
Your
have a
point
chance?
of view.
Yeah, my point. Yeah, my point of view. Did you have a chance to see our music video Revolution. I bet you did. That's like our.
This is the one with the helicopter.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, because there were some people asking if we are left or right-winged political. That's not the goal of the song at all. It's the song is not political. It's not about blaming some parties for doing some mess, but it's a social consciousness song. So basically, it means that this song, this word belongs to our generation, and it's about what we leave to younger generations. And it's just about taking action. So whatever you can do it. If you feel something's not right, with the ecology side of the world, or the crisis. So you can just maybe step out of your comfort zone and maybe, for example, what I do, I sort waste, okay, or I pay extra bills for green electricity, So it's small things, but anyone can do that, It's just
but yeah,
changing the mindset, that,
exactly. And every journey starts with a first step. It's not.
Yeah.
It's most people do it wrong, but they want to change a lot at once. But this is not how change will work.
Yeah.
You have to do little things.
Yeah. So in the video we show people riots and so on, but that's not what we want people to do. To go out to streets and smash everything and rob and blame politicians for or world leaders how the world looks like. But it's like really a social conscience song, and ask yourself, if you don't like something, okay, what you are doing for making it better, just it could be small steps, but any step means that you have to step a bit out of your comfort zone. So that's the message in the song, I think.
No, I completely agree. I'm with you here. So see, this makes it more even greater, because you not only make good music, you have a good message. So and you seem very level-headed, like not. Sometimes I dislike this with punk bands. That punk bands tell you exactly how to think. It's this is left, this is right, this is black, this is white, this is, and so, the world is not that easy. And in the end, I'm completely with you here. But it's up to the individual. What's important for the one individual or works for the one doesn't work for another one. By the way, this shirt I'm wearing, I found on the street, because we have boxes here where they,
nice.
they donate clothing and stuff. So I haven't bought new clothes in a long time, because this is my little thing. Because I realized that I bought so much stuff. The only exception I do, and you might be pleased to hear this, bands I like, I buy a band T-shirt, of course.
Yeah.
So,
but actually, that's what with I'm starting right now. That's what I realized like some short time ago as well. Like I have so many like stuff, and you are really, there are the commercials everywhere, and you are really, let's say, maybe even like forced to buy new things, like really. So that's what I'm trying to think about it as well. And that's what I want to mention, that I think that really the first step is to trying to really think about it. Like if you're doing something, then like, okay, why am I actually doing that? And that's the first step. Like, and as you mentioned, start with the really small things, like
most people just consume, they get force fed from the media. But so I see your band like a wake up call for the people, just kind of think, use your head for your for your own thoughts, and don't get ideas implanted in yours.
And that's actually what I want to mention. Like, we are not trying to show like, hey, we are the better ones doing it our way, No, we are actually all like the lyrics and everything that's actually coming, like usually like from me, like what I realizing that I'm doing wrong, or what I would like to make it better, or what I would like to change. So all the lyrics were actually done based on what we've experienced, or what we are actually currently experiencing. So and we are trying to just show, the mirror, so that like everyone sees what maybe through our music can, like, really, how to say that, I just dropped the word, to really see what maybe they are doing like wrong, or maybe what hurting themselves, or what's harmful for them. So that's basically it. That's
Okay,
what
no,
the music,
it's a
or what we are
powerful
trying
message.
to do. Yeah, that's what you mentioned, like a wake up call, or
Yeah, but
really trying to find out what's
yeah.
keeping you down.
Yeah, it's about Tobias. What you said, it's very interesting. With the punk bands or hardcore bands, I have some friends that are within this community, and basically they have just their one strong opinion, and they don't really accept discussions. So for example,
That's
I don't
a
want
good point.
I don't want to really go into politics or this political stuff, but I know some people that if you don't like Biden and you vote for Trump, you are automatically idiot. Like you are either racist, you are
It's
stupid, or
it's either black or white. It's not nothing
yeah,
in between, and this is not
yeah,
right. This is not like a person is.
yeah, exactly. Because they make it so easy, and we don't feel that word is just black and white. We want to unite people. We don't want to divide people, polarize people. So that's one of the reasons why we don't really want to step into this political discussions. But other thing is that even if I would vote for somebody else, I still think there's nothing wrong if other person votes for somebody, because there's a reason for that, and you don't know that's a reason.
Exactly, and also, I mean, okay, yeah, we don't want to talk, but I just share my opinion of it. The thing with, I mean, we can talk about this safely because this is United States. Now Biden won, but still almost half of the Americans voted for Trump. So this means, this is you cannot just say, oh, they're all idiots. They are not. They, like you said, they have reasons to do it, maybe stupid reasons, but we have to talk. I mean, we are still there. Here in Germany, we have some right-wing politicians, and people vote for them, but they're still my people. I don't love them, but I should be able to talk with them and have a communication, because we are living in the same country, and so we have to make the best out of it. And here I'm, circling back to what your message is start on your own. If I want this change, be the change you want to see. I gonna listen to them, and sometimes it will be hurtful, and sometimes I don't get anywhere or so. But at least I can tell to myself, okay, I tried. I did it, and also what Storm said. It's very important also not to brag about it. Like, oh, yeah, I'm the good guy because I'm only vegan, and I only do that, and I only blah blah blah. Kind of this is in virtue signaling, you call it in English. And this is really stupid, because, I mean, be just the person you are, and you have flaws, and you have faults, and you're not perfect, and that's fine, because everyone else is not perfect. This is, yesterday I talked with a lady who is very big on Instagram and has, very revealing pictures there. and it was very interesting. She's a very nice person, but we talked about this Instagram thing. You only see the good stuff and only the thing, and this is also wrong. Like, okay, I don't know how to end this thing. It's not good to only see the bad stuff, and it's not good to see only you have to see the middle, because there's nothing is always, you cannot appreciate the sunshine if you don't know what rain is, and vice versa. It's kind of, you need the ugly to see the beautiful, basically, so.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's actually, you said it like very, very, very right again.
Thank you.
Because that's actually how we are doing the music. Like, we usually put the ugly into the music, because that's usually the, let's say, only way how to somehow like wake up yourself as well. You have to be really hard on yourself to make some change and honest.
Hmm.
So we try to do the lyrics as simple and direct as the instrumental is as well, you know.
Hmm.
And we, as you mentioned, or as you not mentioned, noticed, as you may notice, you know, the lyrics are really like very simple and direct as well, and we put it into it like not the nice things or positive or
Hmm.
motivational uh, things in the classic way, but at the end the song should motivate you, you know,
Hmm.
into the
And
action.
the music does. It works quite well with the music. I listened, only to the lyrics in passing, as I was listening to your songs. But so I got a few things. But overall, the music is kind of uplifting and cheerful, in a hard way. You get, I think you got now what I mean. It's not like
Yeah.
it's not a how you say. A song for a kaugummi, no, chewing gum commercial or something. It's hard hitting, but it's uplifting. It's kind of not. It doesn't get you down. So maybe let's stay with the music for a bit. I mean, this is the biggest reason why we talk, but it's very interesting. Thank you very much for your openness. So what are your inspirations? I mean, what kind of bands or artists have kind of got you where you are? What you really that
Yeah.
inspired you, basically?
Yes, so maybe I would take the rock part, Storm, and you would maybe then talk more about the electronic part. So, in regards to the rock part of the music, we were all raised on the rock metal bands which have been popular or which were popular during the year 2000, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So mostly new metal bands such as like Korn, you know, Limp Bizkit, Mudvayne or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Then, you know, obviously Slipknot and, you know, bands like these.
Mm-hmm.
Or Linkin Park should be mentioned as well. So, and
Mm-hmm.
Rammstein, or sorry, I just wanted to say it
Rammstein.
in an American way. They are saying it
Mm-hmm.
Rammstein, you know.
Rammstein, yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's Rammstein, and
Yeah,
you know
it's
this. We are
it's
Europeans. We
Rammstein.
should kind of
Yeah,
stick together here.
exactly, exactly. And so yeah, so we really dig these bands when we were young, and the inspiration of the music definitely comes from these times. You know, we really have, because that was the year 2000. About, I think the new metal was pretty about like really heavy riff in the song and like really catchy heavy
Hmm.
riff. Then there was the rap part, like in the verses, and really strong catchy chorus. So basically you can hear this model kind of in our music as well. We were like try to experience with some like other metal or rock genres, but we always, like, let's say, slightly came back to this model. So
It's fine. It's fine. You
we
know, you,
we,
you should
we
come.
stay
You
with
should
it.
do what you
Yeah.
what you love. I mean, I'm absolutely with you. That's the cool thing on music. As for me, music is an open field. You can run in every direction. There's no right or wrong. There's just
Yeah.
what you like and what you don't like. And even if I like certain kinds of music, it doesn't mean that reggae is bad or ska or whatever. It's
Mhm.
good. It's just not my cup of tea. And if I would see them live, I would still like them. I'm pretty sure because we have a live energy. Anyway, let's not talk about me. But Storm, you wanted to say something, state something about the electronic part of
Yeah,
the music.
so I listen to electronic dance music, through my childhood also. So it could be Paul Oakenfold, Tiesto, Rob Dugan, Prodigy could be. I think
Hmm.
Prodigy is very very good example because they always had their let's say a rock spiciness to it or rock vibe to their electronic production. Could be Pendulum, could be Avicii, David Guetta, you name it.
Hmm.
So that is something that, or maybe I don't know if you heard about band Cell Dweller.
Yeah, I
They're
know. I know Seltweller. Yes. Hmm.
Yeah, so that's also some kind of inspiration. but they do it more like aggressive way. We keep it simple, you know. That's the good thing, that when you spend a lot of time in studio, you just hear what works and what does not work, you know, because you may have some idea, but when you hear it all together, this happened to us many times that we wanted to change something, do something little different, but then it keeps you coming back to older versions, because you just feel it when it's too complicated, you know, that if you want to play a lot on guitar, it means that you have to play less on keyboards and so on. So it's not as simple to make more complicated music, actually, in our genre. You know, there are just some rules that work, and we know what works live, so we have to maintain it, and that keeps small space for experiments, maybe in the future, but we just do what works best for us. Yeah.
I'm just wondering, and you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but it's a little bit odd for me that you are the electronic guy. You know, I mean the guy who likes electronic music, and then you play bass. Because that's why don't you play keyboards or more like that?
Yeah, that's funny. Even my girlfriend, she always say, I just don't get it. Why you play bass? You play like guitarist, you know. Even when she hears me jamming, in my bedroom, I just play high chords, you know, play harmonies. So I don't really play only bass lines. I write a lot of stuff or lead stuff on bass, but it's pretty simple, you know. Back in the day, my brother played guitar. He played Green Day, and so I was a bit jealous. And I told him, okay, I will play bass. We don't need two guitarists. Then he ended up in a rap music. You know, he's rapping in Czech. And I play bass. And also,
you stuck with it.
I spend a lot of time, you know, by keyboards anyway. You know, because. Or not keyboards, but the MIDI controller. You know, when you are in the studio, you just write MIDI notes, you know, on small keyboards and then edit it. So I spent a lot of time with this, and not only playing bass.
I see. Okay, good. Yeah, no, but this answers my question. So it was kind of a family thing. So, okay. I wanted to because we're nearing us an hour, and what I usually like to do is a little bit. I've seen you touring, you know. I mean, I saw live videos, so you were those bigger crowds already, and you know, so you're quite successful, I guess. I take it, and also on Spotify, you have a lot of followers and stuff. So what I'm gonna ask you is, and if you don't want to, you don't have to, but. Are there any touring adventures or mishaps or things you want to share with the world? You know, some funny things that happened, or also was there like a starstruck moment that you shared the stage with one of the peoples you admire, and you were like, oh, I'm playing with. And stuff. So is there some funny things you can some funny stories from your touring, and maybe some starstruck moments, if you want to share some?
Like, I always have like a lot of stories, you know, which I'm telling a lot of friends. But when I'm asked directly this question, I cannot recall anything.
I know. It's like, tell a joke, you know, and thousands of jokes, but at the moment you don't know one.
That's right. Okay. But maybe what I wanted to say that, like, we were obviously back in the days with the previous project, we were really wild. Like, we went really after each show, we went like total drunk, do not remember anything, smashed hotels. That was classic, you know, like that was always. So with Blitz Union, I think everything is much like calmer, and we try to make it like more professional, because like we have so many stuff which we are bringing together with us on the shows, like all the, let's say, light panels. We are also giving away our paper masks on the shows. We have, let's say, photo banner, so after show we are going for the people, we have our own tent for merch, but obviously we are not earning like that amount of money for the show yet, so that we cannot afford a full team of people which would be doing this for us. So we have only one perfect guy, which is called Michal Novak, and I'm saying him hi, hello, by
Hello,
this,
Michael
and
Novak.
he's amazing. He's like he's capable to like maintain most of the things, but still, when you arrive on the show, like 2 hours before even the show starts, we are building up the whole, scene and everything, merch, everything, always there is some chaos, there's always some problem at the location,
Yeah, this is what I asked you about. So some funny problems you encountered.
Oh, well, funny problems maybe that when we were about to start one show, right after the show, like I was like totally actually uh how to say that, what is that word? I knew that I'm gonna actually, shit on my pants during the show, definitely, because there was not
Oh.
not a time left. There was no time that I will go for the toilet, but the show was
Okay.
already starting. So I was like, okay, that's it. That today it will happen, because I heard stories from other
Okay.
musicians as well. So,
Okay.
but at the end, I was able to make it till the end of the show, and right after the show, once I said hello, I was able to hit the toilet, and it has a
Oh.
happy ending. So
Okay, good,
maybe this
good.
was a fun recent story.
Okay, good. Good for you.
But yeah, usually, as I mentioned, then after we play the show, we have to pack, everything. We need to make sure that we won't forget anything in there, because everything, the gear is so expensive, so you just want to make sure. But still, we always forget something on the place, because it's so many stuff. But yeah, that would be, this year. There weren't some super crazy stuff. Maybe perhaps I just remember, Storm, the crowd surfing of our guitarist,
Yeah.
Shodushi. That was our, second show, I think, or third show of this year. And that was in Germany, in Braunschweig, actually, when we were supporting Oomph band.
Oomph. Okay,
It,
okay,
it,
cool.
it,
Oomph is
it
quite
was
big.
Yeah, that was awesome. Like it were two shows at the same venue. Both were sold out, I think, and we were doing support for the both nights. And the second night, like even though that we were a support, the crowd was like really awesome. Like they were really crazy. So our guitarist Shodushi on the very last song, Deleted, he's putting away his guitar and he's actually just singing with me and hyping, the crowd even more. He's a really great showman. So at the very end, uh, I was able to see that he's actually stepping away like aside from the stage. And I was like, what the hell is he doing? And then he ran like as fast as he was able to could and jump into the crowd. But he was, that fast, and he's really big guy, that he
Uh-oh.
just smashed like some lady with the glasses,
Oh.
like really badly. But luckily nothing happened, and we gave her our T-shirt at the end of the show, so nothing
And a
happened. But
new beer, I guess.
yeah, but he didn't like give any sign to the people that he will be eventually jumping. So the people were watching a different direction, and then bang, like we
Oh,
just
okay,
we
okay.
just smashed them like right away. But as I mentioned, there was a happy end, so yeah, that was fine.
Okay, Storm, do you have any story, or you want to share something? You don't have to. It's just a nice question, it's a funny question from my side.
Yeah.
Perhaps Booze Expo, like Whiskey Go Go or something like that.
I can't recall something edgy or not edgy, funny like that. maybe in the in the future something will happen, but I
So I
have
have to talk with you again. You mean, right?
Exactly.
I got it. Not bad. That's not bad marketing, I have to say.
No, I had some great experience with my previous music band, but I don't think I don't think it's necessary to say that,
Okay,
But
no, then don't.
Anyone
Sorry.
would
So,
be interested in it, just send a private
yeah,
message to Storm.
yeah, yeah.
And after 10 p.m.
And don't visit massage, in the Netherlands. Stay.
okay. In the
Okay.
I actually lived for a short year in the Netherlands. So yeah,
Oh, okay. So the ladies are very,
very nice. They
very
are
nice.
very nice, the ladies there. I know that.
Yeah.
And some you can even watch in little windows, shopping windows and stuff, and they wave at
Yeah.
you and they are giving you kisses, and it's very really nice people there.
Yeah, and sometimes you get something you don't wish for, but you accept it. So I think
I see.
who
Okay,
can read between the lines,
I,
what
I
happened.
leave it. I leave it like this. Yeah, thank you very much. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I told you in the beginning. I'm not gonna kind of. I thought Mark said as he was like, okay, sometimes you have to go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, don't tell such a bad story. But yeah, no, okay. So
This is a happy story
that's a happy story. Okay.
with happy ending.
I stopped. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. Now I get it. I got it.
You
Okay.
got it.
Um, guys, you wanted to say that the video is coming out soon, right? Because once this video we are just filming right now airs, it will be 2 days for the new video to come out. You want to say something about it?
Yeah, so we would like to invite all of your fans and all our fans and viewers on the premiere, which will be on YouTube and Spotify on all streaming platforms, and of our new song, which is called Human Robot. It will again have a music video, and I think this one is really worthy as well. And the people who like the video for Money Crazy World, which is already out, I think they will be really satisfied with this one as well. This song is actually, I think, is the most favorite one in our band, and this song is kind of bit different than the others, but I think it has the same quality, so it is definitely worth it to hear.
Yeah,
Cool.
I
Let's check
think
it out.
this song is stadium song. No, but from the production perspective, it's different a bit of what we have been doing so far, and I think it's worth to give it a listen because it's interesting.
That's
Cool,
right.
cool. Thank you very much. And you know where to find me. So if you want to play it on my little radio show, just send
For
it to
sure.
me, and I'm pretty sure I will like it because I think I mean now. See, that's the reason why I wanted to get to know you. Now I know you better. Now I'm a real fan, and I know it's you're interesting, intelligent people, and not just stupid rock stars who kind of like
We are just great actors, when it comes
this is it. I got you now. Okay, no, but thank you very much for your time tonight. It was my pleasure. I really enjoyed talking with you. It was really good, great to find out what you are about and your message. And maybe it seems like we have to do this again in a year or two. Maybe once you reveal your backstory, because you made me quite. This is quite intriguing. So, and I guess my viewers and listeners might be interested in this as well. So maybe in a year or two, you just get back to me and we do another one. And I wish you all the best. I'm really happy that I found you. I really like your music. So all the best, guys. Any last words you want to share with the audience?
I would just really like to thank you, Tobias. Like, it was really pleasure to us, and really big up for you how you're actually leading this podcast. So hopefully in the future you will be getting more and more worldwide.
Thank you.
And like, really thanks a lot for that, and thanks for this opportunity.
My pleasure.
And what I would like to say to the listeners, if somehow you were feel related to anything what we said in here, just follow our socials, and I bet that you won't regret it, because like there is a really lot of content prepared, and we would like to really involve all of you who are interested in Blitz interview more and more in the future.
Yeah, and feel free to drop us a message, because we love to communicate with our fans.
Yeah, about anything.
We do that very often.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great, and I think you're quite accessible and approachable. Yeah, cool. Thank you very much, guys, and
Thank you.
all the best. And I'm gonna check out the new song once it come out on December the 4th. That's a Friday. Also on December the 4th, there will be my radio show on Radio Shellshocked. So I will put it in the links, so people will find it, and of course I will put in your socials as well, so people can find you. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.